Hello there, Pisces. How's it going? It's time for the elemental reading today, and today I'm doing the wood rabbit. I kind of pulled it out of the hat. I've got all these different signs done, but can't tell which one I'm going to do. I just kind of like pick one for chance, and this is the one we picked. So anyway, this is for you. So if you were born in 1975, you are a wood rabbit. And this is going to be one of those years where, it's going to go real fast, okay? Because fire kind of burns wood. Wood feeds fire. It's going to be a challenging year, but it's not going to be overbearing for sure. And it's probably, it's not going to be bad whatsoever, The main thing that I'm picking up here with your reading so far, and I've already read it and everything, is to just make sure that you protect your boundaries and use your intuition. The big picture, this 2026 is diplomacy and timing, refinement. And like I said, using your intuition. So this is going to be a year of growth. Okay, so you're gonna grow, and the wood is kind of flexible, so it's like a long-term type of growth. I really like it. The fire horse pushes hard and fast, while the wood rabbit does best when it chooses its battles and protects its energy. So that's really what you need to do. So you just be choosy on any battles that you want to pick and protect your energy, and and you're going to grow. You're going to grow for sure quietly, while other people are going to burn out. You're going to watch people burn out. Yeah. It's not a reckless year for you for sure. So, don't take any unnecessary risks. Yeah. But it's definitely a defining year. So you're going to define something, and it's going to come out really pretty good, as long as you use your strategy and have patience. This is the core thing here, is to use your strategy, and if you're doing anything behind the scenes, it's going to win. Okay, behind the scenes wins. This is also talking about a good year for negotiation and meditation and making financial plans. Yeah. What you really want to avoid in 2026 is reacting emotionally to pressure, or trying to compete with someone with a really loud personality. You don't need to compete with someone like that. That's where you sit back and watch somebody burn themselves out, because like I said, you do best observing and not really getting into that. And I like the meditation part as well. So yeah, another thing to look out too is making any sudden moves without a safety net. Make sure you have a safety net. Okay, because there could be possible danger if you don't. That's just, And mainly, this year is like using common sense and not taking unnecessary risks. And another thing, too, is you could be over giving or over people pleasing, and that's got to stop in 2026. Yeah, you don't need to do that either. That's for sure. So to break it down month by month, February, it's a slow start, but like I said earlier, it's a good time to just kind of observe, more than act. And it's a good month for planning regarding your finances and protecting your boundaries. So like I said, again, protect them boundaries for sure. In March, momentum builds and conversations matter what you say. And, so if you're saying something, make sure that you set the tone, you know, really good for a good thing. What I mean by that is it's kind of like it's not really what you say, it's how you say it, and you want to set a really good tone. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. Yeah. And so you want to set a good tone for this upcoming year, you know. That's thinking positive and staying positive. Yeah. In April, it's going to be favorable for money and stability, so a quiet opportunities may appear, so trust your intuition. I like that. By the time you get to May, this fire horse energy is going to kind of spike, okay? And this is where you step back from conflict, you know? Yeah. Choose peace over being right. Yeah, choose peace over being right. And you know, and sometimes that's hard, but um, if you are right and you have to choose peace, you know, even though you're right, you know, they're gonna see who's really right in the long run anyway. So, yeah. Now, in June, you could see some creative breakthroughs, and it's an excellent month for art or design or writing. It's also a good time for healing, or you know, fixing up your home, making your home nice. Yeah, doing something in your home. Um, in July, you know, it's basically, you know, talking about you could get yourself exhausted, okay, in July, because there's a lot of social people around you, people wanting to socialize. Um, there could be a lot of you know, invites to different uh, parties or different events, um, and you know, it's okay to say no, you know, because you need to save your energy. You don't want to burn out, you know, and you know, you're one of the only signs here that I've done so far that I didn't see really anything about burnout. I just see exhaustion. So, but that comes along with the fire horse. Yeah. So now in August, it's a real strong month for agreements and contracts, and also some sort of long term commitments. So if you're whatever it is that you're going to be doing in August, that's a good month for that. September is going to be one of your very best months, you guys. Um, the progress feels natural. Um, luck through alliances. You know, this is going to be a really good month for finances and alliances, and yeah, it's going to be really nice. It's really good progress. October is talking about emotional clarity, and you may release something that's been draining you for years, and that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, get rid of it. That's awesome. By the time we get to November, recognition arrives, but it comes, you know, slowly. So don't chase validation, let it come. Yeah. And by the time you get to the end of the year in December, closure and grounding, excellent for rest and reflection and setting intentions for the next, you know, new cycle, which will be 2027. So there you guys have it, and that is for Pisces born under uh, the Wood Rabbit year, which is 1975, I believe. Let's pull you out some runes here too. Menez is in reverse. Okay, so you know when Menez is in reverse, it talks about a couple of things. The first thing it talks about is, you know, maybe isolating yourself at some point in time. Maybe taking things at your own pace. It might be a good thing to do because everything is just going crazy. The fire horse year is a real fast, fiery, type of year. So, like I said, you may be just observing and watching other people burn out while you're just sitting here observing. This is talking about meditation and things like that. Really good idea for that too. And I also feel that you may not be really expecting something here. But I don't know what it is that you're not expecting, but kind of looks like a fairly good year to me. Just use common sense. You got Narcissus in reverse. So this is very, 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 very important. You guys, choose harmony. Choose peace. You don't have to be right. Choose peace. You don't have to be right. This is also saying, to defend your boundaries. Defend your boundaries. Choose peace over being right. Among you. And stay positive. Stay positive. Wang Yu talks about happiness and joy. So you're going to have some happiness and joy this new year. So just make sure that you're, setting your boundaries up, taking care of yourself, and most importantly, using your intuition. Well, there you guys have it. I hope you enjoyed the reading. And if you haven't, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys again tomorrow. All right, Pisces. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.